Hello, Virgo. I wanted to jump on and do your reading. Thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'm going to put the timestamps below. I'm going to do transits first, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump into your reading right shortly after. So if you don't want to go over the transits, you can jump into the reading. Just look at the description below. Okay, so Scorpio season is going to begin on October 23rd, and that's whenever Saturn's going to go direct. It's going to station into Capricorn, so it means that, since about June 4th, we've been kind of sitting in a place of, we've been looking at things and where we have structure in our life and our moderation and where we put authority in our life. And we've kind of just been, analyzing that and looking at it. But now it's time to put that all into play. Also on October 23rd, so the energy is going to pep up on that area, whenever Saturn goes direct. October 23rd, Venus is going to slide into Scorpio, which means we will be getting in touch with our sensual side as also. So, for that, I think that we should really get in touch, getting vulnerable with ourselves and kind of see what we want sexually and kind of, it's a good time to manifest what we want, so go ahead and think about those, maybe even put it on paper, get fun with it, put it on paper and kind of, just throw it out there to the universe and maybe you'll manifest it. So this is going to be a solar eclipse in Scorpio, and it's going to be with a new moon. So all three of these things is transition. Okay, so Scorpio highlights transitions because they represent death. So it's going to be a lot of, endings and new beginnings, shedding of skin, shedding of addictions and of things that no longer serve us, of people that, don't vibe with us any longer. We're getting rid of all of that, It's going to be huge transformation energy, and it's going to lead to big changes within us. This change can be on a personal and collective level. These changes can be both physical and spiritual. Also, push your boundaries that are led by fear. Whatever boundaries we've had up that's because of fear, go ahead and push those down and explore more into things that you didn't think you would put yourself into because you were too fearful before. Jupiter retrogrades back into Pisces shortly after all of these transits this month. I think at the beginning of November. I'm not too sure what day. It goes back into Pisces, and it's supporting our spiritual journey. We will be more willing to explore the higher meaning of what we're going through. Also, expect your heart to expand and expect to tap into the dream world, to have more dreams, and to kind of also dream during the day, have daydreams. And expect to yearn for the things that you don't have. That's going to be highlighted during this time. This is a time, like I said, for old doors to shut and new doors to open in all aspects of our life. Expect the unexpected. Don't be too impulsive. There's people that's going to be frustrated and have that because that energy is intense, y'all. This energy is intense. So keep in mind that everybody's feeling this, and kind of reflect on your words and your actions before you make them, because it's going to get intense, and strange encounters are about to happen, okay? A little mystery never hurt anyone. Also, this means, if you got projects or ideas in your mind, don't always tell everybody. That kind of creates blocks, and also people aren't in a space to receive these ideas of ours on a level, where we feel heard. So, kind of keep that to yourself. Also, October 30th, this is the last one of the month, is Mars goes in retrograde for 2.5 months. I'll probably do a reading on this because, Mars is a big deal. But we might get a little restless and frustrated this time, Get creative during this time. Pour yourself into something you can really put your focus on. Avoid others' critical opinions and drama. Like I just said, everyone's feeling this restlessness. And it's just a good time to put yourself into your own your own space and your own creativities and focus on your own happiness and bring your own joy. Virgo, for y'all, I feel like things are about to be a lot clearer for you. I don't feel like you'll be confused after this transit. We've got the with on the 25th is coming up. I don't really feel like you'll be in the dark, so it's time to breathe. You're tapping into your intuition, and just breathe. It helps so much. Find a place that's center around all the chaos. Also, this is highlighting your education, your love relationships, and your children. It's a great time for your studies. If you're a student, work hard and consistent. That will pay off in the long run. This is great energy within your family and love, and don't get too distracted. This might be problems if you do. Don't let others outside of your circle distract you, okay? All right, let's get into your reading. I'm doing 9-card reading for Virgo. And this will be until November 1st, okay? This is past, present, and future. Recent past for Virgo. Recent past for Virgo. High Priestess. Like I said, you're tapping into your intuition. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's see what's your energy. Yes, you're learning. Okay, that's what I see too. And you're learning to put up your boundaries. You're learning to get out of that place of fear. You know that fear is false emotions appearing real, or false evidence appearing real. You know, because you're the high priestess. You're sitting here and you're like, my intuition's telling me. It's telling me that I'm working my ass off and I'm frustrated. I'm not happy. I'm not getting where I'm going. Now it's time for me to make a decisive action and to pick up and to go elsewhere, to survey, elsewhere. I'm not afraid of this anymore. I'm not going to live with this deception. You got change here. You got 2 7s here. 3 7s here. This is change that needs to happen, and you know it. Page of Pentacles. Okay, you have learned this. You've learned that you've put yourself this frustration. You put yourself into this, and you only get frustration out of it. You've learned that you're not happy. The happy squirrel's in reverse. You're not happy. But in the past, you might have been a little fearful. But you have mastered this now, and you know that you have to come into a stance, Virgo. You have to come into a stance of authority to get yourself into a place of happiness, to get yourself into a place of stability. And you know that you have to come into a place where you have to tell somebody or something to back off. I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it was causing you a lot of frustration. You were juggling. It was like you were trying to juggle your success. You learned in this position. Whatever this was, you learned. But it was like you learned the hard way. 7 of Pentacles. What is this High Priestess? Ten of Cups. Okay, yeah. You learned that it wasn't balanced. It was like, you know, you needed to go elsewhere to find your happiness. That's what their intuition was telling you, that you needed to pick up and you needed to go elsewhere to find your happiness. Wow. Seven of Pentacles. You were just too frustrated in the situation that you were in. It was just like, you know, daily having like, you know, you were just giving and giving every day, in and out. And it kept you up at night because, you know, you were tired. You never had that time for you. And so you sat back and you analyzed your emotions about the situation. And you said, you know, I'm not getting nothing out of this. I'm getting sleepless nights. I'm getting, you know, overworked. So I'm making the decisive action. Knight of Swords. I'm cutting through this competition. I'm cutting through this constantly trying to bring my worth to the table and not being seen. I'm cutting through that. I'm not doing that anymore. Ten of Pentacles. I know my worth. You know? I put in the performance that I needed to put in, and it never came out like I needed. It always came out as, you know, me not being seen. Always being in competition, but not being seen. What is this Four of Pentacles? So now you're like, I'm not scared. I'm not, yeah. Six of Swords, I'm walking away. I've been imprisoned by this too much. I'm speaking my truth. I'm saying how I want to, you know, I'm saying how I feel. And I know that you know, I could I could attract way more. I could attract better. I've got passion. I've got drive. I've got, you know, confident. I bring in that spark that's needed, you know. So I'm gonna pick up and I'm gonna go elsewhere. Knight of Cups. He's walking away from this frustration. Three of Swords in reverse. It's not gonna hurt you to, you know, it's gonna frustrate you. Or frustrated you in the past, you know, but it's not going to hurt. Three of Swords in reverse is for you to pick up and to walk away. Four of Wands, Judgment. You calling judgment on this, you're going to walk right into something that's a lot more sturdy, you know. That's what the Knight of Cups is walking into, this Four of Wands, this judgment. You calling judgment, saying, hey, I know my worth. I know that this is not it. I'm not getting, you know, I'm putting in 5 stars and I'm not getting, you know, any reviews. I'm not getting what I need to have in return, and I'm not getting happy because happy swirls in reverse. So as soon as you speak your truth, I promise you, you're going to be Knight of Pentacles. So you're going to go into a hallway, right? Because I've been saying this. You're going to go to a hallway and things aren't going to be so illuminated. They're not going to be so known. You're kind of going to be in a place of, well, you know, what's next? But I can tell you now, slowly going to come into place to where you're stable and where you can be comfortable, and you're going to walk out of that hallway. King of Swords, you're going to bring that authority you need to bring to stand on your own 2 feet. And you're going to say no to the past. 8 of Wands in reverse, the World in reverse, the Page of Swords. Yeah. You're saying no to the past. 8 of Cups on the bottom. You're walking away. You're like, I'm not doing this. I got 3 of Wands. I got something in my eyesight I want that's better. Ooh, go ahead, Virgo. What is this 3 of Wands? Chariot, a choice. Star, Pentacle, 3 of Pentacles. You know, you have hope that something else is coming along. That you're going to have, you know, it's going to be like your knight in shining armor is going to come and sweep you off your feet one day. You still have hope for that. You know, 3 of Wands, the Chariot, the Star, the 3 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands. You know this is going to happen. You have hope for it. You dream about it. You'll have collaboration whenever it's time, you know, with the right person. 7 of Swords in reverse. You don't want anyone that's wearing a mask. You don't want a situation in your life that's not showing up truthful. What is 7 of Swords in reverse? Yeah, you're holding back and you're working on places where, you know, where you're holding back from things that aren't serving you, for one. And you're working on yourself and you're working on things that aren't, you know, that aren't moving along like you want them to. What is 2 of Swords? I feel like you're just like, I'm not going to look at this person anymore. I'm going to hold on and work on something that's like my soulmate. Something that I have chemistry with. That's what you're saying. I'm working on something I have chemistry with. I'm not going to work on something that's stale. I'm going to work on something that's actually true love. A love that's emotional, physical, unconditional. This is 3 of Pentacles. Mastery. Yeah, you know. You said, look, I'm not dismissing these red flags. I might want something, you know, I might want something in my life, but I'm not going to dismiss the red flags. I forgive you, I move forward, and I'm moving forward to something that's more true, more in alignment, you know? Not something that's gonna keep me up at night. Gonna keep me out in the cold. For Virgo. This one. Okay, so whenever this ends, right, this person, of course, they're gonna flip out and they're gonna be like, where is Virgo going? Or why are they pulling back from me? Why is the 8 of Wands in reverse, you know? Why is the world in reverse? Why are we not together? Why aren't we, you know? What is it here? They're going to have regrets. It's going to haunt them, you know, over this ending, over the transformation you're having, the strength you have. We've got the strength here. It says fortune meets opportunity. Black cat, that's protection, you know. There's protection here, that you were protected from this person for a reason. There's a shift here also. Okay, we have the werewolf, exploring wilderness. I feel like you're going to shift. You're going to come into a place of happiness. I love this card. This is my favorite card out of every card in every deck. The joy. You know, we're at that place where you're just centered and you're in the present moment and you're happy. You're not focused on them. You're not focused on the future. You know, you're just focused on now. What am I doing now? How am I feeling now? And you're shifting all of that energy around you and just placing it to now. And it's beautiful because that's where you're going to meet a new opportunity. That's where you're going to meet your next big thing, is you being in the now. Okay? So, I really feel like there's something that is haunting this person. Or it could be you, you know? It's hard when we leave stuff behind. It's hard for us to detach from things. That's normal. It's completely normal. This Five of Cups is in reverse. You know, this is you saying, I'm not going to cry over this anymore. I'm not going to deal with this. This is too much frustration. I'm going to work on myself. On my strength. We've got strength here twice. You know, I'm going to work on my joy, the being in the present moment. Enjoy your family, you know. Enjoy your friends. Okay, Virgo, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much, and please like, subscribe, share, and comment. I enjoy y'all so much. I'm going to have new readings coming out next week. I'm not going to do readings for each sign. I say next week. I mean, this is the week of Halloween. I'm going to do a few spooky readings. I might do a Halloween tarot spread, and I don't know. I've got a few other things that's going to be fun. But they'll all be general readings. And then I'm going to come back with your normal readings on the next week for November, okay? So, we will jump in then. Hope y'all have a lovely night. Love and light to all of you. Bye-bye.